Should have brought tacos for everybody.
I wrote this down because I didn't know until, and I'm not calling anyone out here, I'm just saying I didn't know until 2 nights ago I was doing this. So, here you go. Good afternoon. Happy Flag Day to everyone. My name is Thomas Gillingham. My friends call me Tom, among other things. I'm here today along with you, side by side, arm in arm, to express my strong, unwavering opposition to the course this current administration has chosen for this country. Pardon me if I get emotional. My country, our country, the country we love, and the only damn country we have. I'd like to begin by congratulating all of you by simply showing up today. Just by being here, you are now a part of the largest single day, and this is important, constitutionally guaranteed peaceful protest this country has ever witnessed. By being here, you are showing your community, the state of Indiana, the United States of America, and an obviously bewildered world in need of reassurance that when facing the threat of tyranny, any king wannabes will have to go through you. Yeah. Through all of us. And yes, make no mistake, those of us here today, along with our patriotic brothers and sisters of all persuasions, standing up for diversity, equity, and inclusion at nearly 2,000 similar protests across this great land, we are on the right side of history. Yeah. And history will show that, by the way. Please understand, I wasn't invited to address you fine folks today based on any social, political background on my part or some great insight I may have on the corruption taking place at the highest levels of government. I'm simply a recently retired husband, father, grandfather, great-grandfather, a resident of Vincennes for more than half of my life, with concerns for my family and friends, concerns that touch every single aspect of their lives, much like most, if not all, of you. The points I wish to make here today are few. We all understand why we are here and what is urgently needed to keep this depravity from going any further. We must all work toward finding ways to grow a garden of hope, love, and unity from the seeds of hate and division currently being sown. On the topic of hate, my dear mother always said that we don't hate anyone. And I see where she was coming from. Still, I believe we can all agree that there are certain people who were never meant to be put into positions of leadership. Yeah. A few that come to mind, and I'm not talking Kristi Noem and Marco Rubio necessarily right now, but I should, absolutely. A few that come to mind: Stalin, Chairman Mao, Pol Pot, Osama bin Laden, and of course, our current occupant of the Oval Office. You may have noticed I left out the most universally despised of them all. For now, he is
Stephen Miller.
Adolf Hitler. I never was much on comparing anyone to him.
Stephen Miller.
Stephen Miller. But once a fella by the name of J.D. Vance, back in 2016, called the soon-to-be 45th president a total fraud, America's Hitler. He opened the door. He opened the door, and all bets were off. With that, I'm now going to go to my phone. I didn't have time to transcribe this. I don't know. I hope that I'm not the only one here who is familiar with American actor, comedian, writer, television and radio host, and political commentator John Fugelsang. I love John Fugelsang. You may remember him, if you're old like me, you might remember him from the America's Funniest Home Videos. But he's come a long way since then. Back a little bit after JD called the soon-to-be 45th president, you'll notice I haven't said his name up to now, right? He sat down and drew his own comparisons. And with your indulgence, if you would allow me to share these insights with you now, and just for the sake of brevity, I am going to name him by name. It's just easier now. And it's worth remembering that J.D. Vance compared Trump to Hitler before it was trendy. But let's talk history, folks, shall we? Like Trump, Hitler was a right-wing, pro-militarist, white nationalist. Any argument there? Like Trump, Hitler publicly despised immigrants and demonized and targeted certain groups for exclusion. Like Trump, Hitler was an anti-LGBT and banned abortions for citizens. Jews could have all the abortions they wanted. Like Trump, Hitler scapegoated a powerless minority as vermin, infestation, and poisoning the blood of the nation. Like Trump, Hitler was a scab who hated labor unions and collective bargaining. Like Trump, Hitler used the pretext of law and order to justify the expansion of police powers. Anyone see what's going on in LA recently? Like Trump, and many other places as well. Like Trump, Hitler promised mass deportations of undesirable minorities. Like Trump, Hitler relaxed the stricter gun control laws of the liberal government that had come before. Like Trump, Hitler promised to restore order and discipline through strong, authoritarian leadership. Like Trump, Hitler supported conservative religious education in public schools. Like Trump, Hitler used excessive nationalist propaganda and attacked the press as fake. Like Trump, Hitler organized large theatrical rallies where he promised screaming fans he would root out Marxists and crush their enemies. Like Trump, Hitler rounded up humans without giving them any kind of a hearing. Like Trump, Hitler arrested and caged humans for their nonviolent free speech. Senator Padilla. And here are two that really stick out to me. Like Trump, Hitler's most fanatical support came from rural, socially conservative Protestants. Right here in your own backyard, folks. And like Trump, Hitler pretended to be a Christian. I might add that they're not totally alike. Hitler fought for his country. If you could say something about him, he fought for his country. Hitler liked dogs. Hitler also had only one testicle, which is one more than our current president has.
Good one.
Comparisons to Hitler aside, I for one can say that I am beyond tired of the daily embarrassments this man has rained down upon our nation. From not understanding or caring about its history, the grandiose self-importance, the felonious rapist conduct, the hypocrisy of trying to install the 10 Commandments in public schools after breaking each and every one of them. Yes, each and every one of them. The constant, habitual lying. It simply needs to stop. I think somewhere along the way he forgot who he works for.
Never forgot.
In closing, I'd be remiss if I did not wish a happy birthday also to the United States Army.
Yay!
I understand there was supposed to be a parade honoring the Army later this evening. For the Army's sake, I can only hope that's how it plays out and that they're not upstaged. And there's someone else celebrating a birthday today. Boy George. Happy birthday to Boy George, born on this date in 1961. I'd like to leave you all with some words of encouragement, if I may. There are some cracks showing in the facade. From what I understand, a large contingent of people who voted for him thinking he was actually going to do what he said about lessening wars around the world. Well, of course, I think the whole deal about Ukraine and Russia being over in a day, I think it's too late for that. But they're really up in arms about what's going on in Israel right now, in Iran, and how he seems to be kind of silently okaying it while turning a blind eye. The economy, it's eventually going to touch all of them, and at some point they're going to have to decide. And they've already decided. I'm happy for you and everyone here for what you've decided, you making the choice to stand on the right side of history and to just stand up for America. Because there's no easy fix to this mess. If you're currently active in the movement to keep the United States of America from becoming a monarchy, a dictatorship, or something far worse, and yes, there are things far worse, stay active. If you are not, please get involved. Our country, our only country, our very lives depend on it. No kings.